How's it going, guys? So today is January 25th. I have not vlogged basically all week, but we will turn this around for the next week. This week's just been pretty busy, and so a couple things I just want to go over are just like what I did this week, and then obviously goals for next week, and maybe a little bit of Q&A if we have time, right? So as far as the weekly schedule goes, let me actually just take a look at what I did this week because honestly, it's just all a jumbled mess and it gets super busy. Today was a group Q&A on Wednesday. So every Wednesday we do a group Q&A or a presentation with our clients. And so we ended up doing a presentation actually. So we went over programming 101. So main foundational principles when it comes to building out your own program. So one of the things we do in the program is we teach our clients how to be successful long term. And so that is one of those pieces. Other than that, we also hired on two new team members for Aspire Fit, and so ramping them up. They're kind of helping out with some back end stuff with the company, and so that is part to scaling and helping more people. Other than that, we did onboard quite a few new clients as well this week, and so getting them all organized and stuff like that took up a bit of my time and my calendar. Other than that, I mean, that was kind of it. Oh, recorded a couple new YouTube videos. So I got one recorded about the new food pyramid. I have a couple reaction style YouTube videos. I'm gonna try out and see how you guys like them, obviously. Um, Maddie and I have also been watching a few new shows. So we are on three shows right now. So we're watching, and this kind of goes into like the Q&A that I had like all written out here, but as far as like shows that we're watching right now, we're watching three main ones. We're watching The Pit, which if you are in the health and like if you like healthcare, or if you like Grey's Anatomy stuff like that, this is not anything like Grey's Anatomy. But if you do like healthcare and like kind of that type of show, it's basically a show that goes over the Pittsburgh emergency department, and every episode is 1 hour of the day and super it's just really cool. And so, since I'm a physical therapist, I'm obviously in healthcare, and so I really like that show a lot. It's the one I really look forward to. We're also watching Tell Me Lies. So if you are somebody who's really into a shit ton of drama, then this is perfect for you. You should definitely check it out. But basically, just kind of follows a group of people that like went to college together, and then like the post college stuff, and it just goes over a bunch of drama and a bunch of drama, basically. And then the last show that we're watching is probably my second favorite of the three, which is Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So if you've ever watched Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, that whole universe, it is part of that. And so it ends up being like 100-ish years before Game of Thrones, and maybe like 200 years after House of the Dragon. So it's kind of like in that in between time. And so it follows Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire Egg, which is ends up being Aegon in the Game of Thrones series. And so it is those are the shows we're kind of looking forward to right now. Other than that, I mean that's basically it. Oh, and well, last week I already took you guys rock climbing, and so I did that starting this week, but I had in the last vlog, and so that was basically my weekly update. Most of this week has just been kind of going backwards, just onboarding those two new team members and just training them throughout the week, and so that took up quite a bit of my time. Um, my content assistant and I, his name's Alejandro, and we are also tinkering with some new ads that we're going to start rolling up. And so obviously advertising, showing what we do, showing what Aspire Fit is part of like the job. And so coming up with new ad creatives is uh is part of that. My main thing is like, how do I create an ad that doesn't look like an ad, right? It just like shows people what we do. And if that helps and that aligns, then great, right? And so I don't want it to scream like I'm an advertisement. Ignore me. I want it to scream like, hey, like this is something that's useful and valuable and all that good stuff. And then if you're interested, hey, by the way, we offer this. And so we are working on some new ads. Oh, on Saturday, I'm looking at my schedule here. I also did client interviews, so that'll probably come up here in the next like week or two. I've had a few client interviews that I've done that are still just in like my little editing queue that I have for my editor, and so those need to come up. But it was a client interview with my client Raph, who lost. I think he lost like a little over 40 pounds of body fat. I get the exact numbers up, but over 40 pounds of body fat, and then added on 8 pounds of lean mass over the last year. As a 49-year-old dude, that's an amazing result. Typically, when you are in a fat loss phase, like a good result, like a great result, is just not losing your muscle and just maintaining, right? Usually people lose between 10 to 20 pounds, 10 to 20% of lean mass over a deficit. I think that's like relatively average. Don't 100% quote me on that. I can obviously pull up some research, and if I find something between now and I post this, I can update it. But I'm pretty sure 10 to 20 is about the average for most people. A good result is obviously maintaining, and a great result is even adding during a deficit. And so we did a whole like client interview with him. And then one of the other things, kind of going backwards, super ADD right now in this clip, but going backwards to ads, the type of ads that we're going to start running and start experimenting with are going to be more like client case study based ads. So basically, it'll be a video of me kind of going just going over client results and like what we do, and then obviously if people want to take little pieces of what I tell people in the client case study client result video, then they just apply it on their own. Or if they just want to get it done for them, then obviously I can just do that for them, right? And so that's kind of going into the ads, and then we're going to take some of the clips of the client interview to kind of put into those pieces of content there. And that's basically an update for the week of the 18th, right? 18th through the 24th. And so that's basically it. So this will be a shorter vlog. I will obviously get some new cooler stuff up for you guys in the following weeks and stuff like that. But this week was just honestly slammed. And so one of the things I mentioned the first video of this vlog series is that I'm not creating, I'm just documenting, right? Not every week is going to be super cool. Not every week is going to be super interesting. If you guys have anything you guys want me to answer in some of these vlogs, just leave them in the YouTube comments or just DM me on Instagram or something like that. I'm more than happy to address them. But so far, this is just kind of me documenting my journey over the weeks, right? And so next week, well, last thing I will mention documenting the weeks, we sent out or we are in the process of sending out all of our invitations for my wedding in June. So I'm very excited about that. Obviously, can't wait to be the cool husband, all that good stuff, right? And so we are planning all that stuff. We also ended up deciding that we're gonna go like where we're gonna go on our honeymoon. We're gonna go to Hawaii, which I hopefully we get to Maui. We still need to buy the tickets and organize the hotel, but we've landed on destination. Just like with everything going on in the world, we're gonna kind of stick to the U.S. for now, just so we don't have any like visa issues and stuff like that. And I've never been to Hawaii, so like why not? And so it's got mountains, it's got beach, it's got everything you'd ever really want, and it's not too bad of a flight, right? I think it ends up being like probably 2 3 hours to San Francisco, and then maybe 6 hours again, or 5 or 6 hours to Hawaii. So I'm super stoked for that, and so that we are kind of deciding to do that later. So weddings in June, and then we'll end up doing the honeymoon in probably September. So my competition for bodybuilding is late August, and so that gives me basically between my kind of prep is going to be kind of weird. So it's going to go February, March, April, May, that 4 month span, right? So that'd be about 16 weeks. I'm going to start kind of like the process getting down. And then June, I'm going to kind of just maintain over the month of June, like during the wedding and stuff like that. I'm going to give myself a little more time. And then obviously, um, July, August, like really speed it up in those last 8 weeks. So I want to be like basically 8 weeks out, 6 weeks out, kind of keep like uh, body type, 6 to 8 weeks out, like physically by the wedding, and then crush it for the last 8 weeks, compete in late August, early September, and then yeah, late August. There's another show in like mid September, but I think I'm gonna skip it to be honest. It's the Jordan Cup. So if I do like top, I think it's like top five or top three, my August show, then I could qualify, but I don't have like a I'm not the best men's physique athlete, natural athlete in the world, and so I'm not gonna win it, right? And so my main thing as a pro debut is just see how I do in the pro circuit. And honestly, just from like a coaching perspective and just a me perspective, like competing is fun. It gives me a goal, it gives me something to work towards. And obviously, the leaner I am, the better, more clients I usually get. So when I'm bulking and stuff like that, people don't love that, right? They want to see you shredded. So that will help me out as well in multiple fronts. So that's basically all I got. Um, I'm just gonna end it here because I think I'm on like 10-ish minutes. That's gonna make the vlog a little over 10 minutes because I got some other stuff that I did throughout the week. Oh yeah, we went to Faux as well. So, but anyway, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the 10 minutes of just chilling with me. And I will see you guys in the next vlog next week.